With EasyPay, you can add your own income and deduction types to use on your payslips. To add your own types, go over to the Employees screen, up to Settings, and choose Income Types or Deduction Types. If I choose Income Types, you'll see that the list of income types is now shown, and we can edit any of these, and we can also add new ones. So if I give you an example, I'll add a new one. Let's call this one Shift Disturbance. You can select the rate at which you want to pay it. It could be a fixed amount, for example, it could be £15, or it could be based on the hourly rate. So if I click on here, I can choose based on the hourly rate or a number of other different calculation methods. So I'll choose hourly rate, and I'll say it's Shift Disturbances paid at the hourly rate. And I can tick various other boxes. Now, what these are very much influences the way that the income type will behave on the payslip. So for example, if I click Amendable on payslip, that means I can overtype the amount on the payslip. But if I want it to be fixed so that it cannot be modified on the payslip, I'll just untick that. If it's a type of overtime, so it will appear on overtime reports, that I'll tick that box. If I want it to be persistent, in other words, if I want it to appear always on every single payslip, whether it's used or not, I'd tick the persistent box. If I want to include it in the tax calculation, which is normal for income, I should leave this box ticked. In the next box, I'll tick this box if it's a type of sick pay, which in this case it isn't. Next, if this amount is to be included in the pension calculations, I would set the next two columns accordingly. And the final tick box indicates whether this amount is to be included in the basic calculation. By default, most types don't get included in the basic calculation. And that's it. It's quite easy to set up other types. Setting up deduction types is very similar to income types. The only difference is there is an extra column at the end here to indicate whether the particular type is a type of tax arrears. And this determines whether that type will appear on tax arrears reports. Once you've set up any income or deduction types, they'll be ready to use in your next payroll.